Scientists confirm that monkeys do not have the time to write Shakespeare. If you sit sufficient monkeys in front of sufficient typewriters and give them sufficient time, eventually their random banging will reproduce the works of Shakespeare. Thus asserts the infinite monkey theorem, a thought experiment that considers the possibility that accumulation of random events will eventually produce something of great meaning. Nobody really expects a bunch of small furry primates to come out with poetry that will sing to the soul, and that, according to new research, is probably just as well. Mathematicians Stephen Woodcock and Jay Falletta at the University of Technology, Sydney, Australia, have crunched the numbers and determined that there won't be enough time in the entire estimated lifespan of the universe for monkeys to accidentally hammer out a sequence of key presses that matches Hamlet. The infinite monkey theorem only considers that the infinite limit with either an infinite number of monkeys or an infinite time period of monkey labor. Woodcock explains, we decided to look at the probability of a given string of letters being typed by a finite number of monkeys within a finite time period, consistent with estimates of the lifespan of our universe. Experiments have been conducted to test the validity of the theorem, but somewhat less well known is the finite monkey theorem, where the number of monkeys and the amount of time are limited. This is more consistent with what we might experience in the real world, where both monkeys and time are expected to eventually run out. The calculations were based on different numbers of monkeys between 1 and 200,000, the estimated current global population of chimpanzees in front of keyboards with varying numbers of keys, typing at 1 keystroke per second for a Google years, an estimated time until the universe undergoes heat death, which would effectively put a stop to any simian tapping. By altering these variables, they were able to perform calculations of how long it would take to produce various works within various time frames, and well, the results are not promising for fans of the Bard of course being Shakespeare. A single chimpanzee typing on a 30-key keyboard has a 5% chance of coming out with the word bananas within its lifetime. That's not bad, 5%, word bananas. The reproduction of the entire 884,647 word of Shakespeare from 200,000 chimps in a Google years, it just ain't happening. The probability is 6.4 times 10 to the minus 7448254. It may as well be zero. In fact, we'd be extremely lucky to just get the entire 1,800 word text of the children's book Curious George by the end of the universe. The team's calculation revealed the probability of 6.4 times 10 to the 15043 for that one. The finding, the researchers say, therefore classifies the theorem as a paradox alongside others in which the finite and infinite scenarios have directly contradicting results. These include the St. Petersburg paradox concerning infinite rewards in a game of chance nobody would pay to enter, Zeno's dichotomy paradox, which proposes that an object covering infinite fractions of a distance can never arrive at its destination, and the Ross-Littlewood paradox, which suggests a vase can be filled with infinite number of balls. None of these scenarios work in a finite real world, and this Woodcock and Falletta have demonstrated, as is also the case for the infinite monkey theorem. It is not plausible that even with possible improved typing speeds or an increase in chimpanzee population, these orders of magnitude can be spanned to the point that monkey labor will ever be a viable tool for developing written works of anything beyond the trivial, they write in their paper. We have to conclude that Shakespeare himself inadvertently provided the answer as to whether monkey labor can meaningfully be replaced for human endeavor as a source of scholarship or creativity. To quote Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 3, line 87, no. The work has been published in Franklin Open, and this is on Science Alert by Michelle Starr. I guess mathematicians have nothing else to do except come out for probabilities having to do with nonsense stuff like this. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.